Hey guys, this is John, and welcome to an hourly Super Blitz Arena video. Feels weird to say that. I haven't recorded one of these in a while. And truthfully, I don't play whole lot of Blitz or Bullet these days if I'm not streaming. So this is a locally recorded video just for YouTube. We're going to play this entire arena and see how it goes. Try to play some instructive chess and compete for first place. This is 3+0, no increment. Will be a good test for me, right? Because I frequently struggle with time management. So this is some sort of delayed Smith-Morra gambit, but White's bishop is on d3 rather than the more aggressive c4. So already I like my chances in this setup. I'm going to play a6. a6 is almost always a useful move in these positions. Hello, Noob Grapes. I see you in the chat. All right, so now knight d5 could be in the air. Just thinking if that's an issue I need to resolve. I don't know. I'm going to play queen b8, though, just because I think I have the luxury of playing this move. I don't see any direct threats for white. So just taking my queen off of this line. Yeah, bishop b1, kind of indicating white wants to come here, set up a battery, but that's pretty easily stuffed by knight e5. So overall, I'm not too concerned right now. Want to get my light square bishop in the game. I think I'm going to play knight e5 just voluntarily. Pre-move this capture. These doubled pawns control quite a bit of territory. I don't mind taking them on in most Sicilian positions. So if you do get a structure like that, fear not. It's usually completely fine. All right, f4. Let's play knight g6. Go attack this. I didn't calculate e5. Kind of assumed it wouldn't work because I've got enough defenders there. Now, I do think white is angling for something like this. So I could potentially play e5 myself. Rook d8 looks pretty normal. Yeah, let's go rook d8. And it kind of seems like push may come to shove here very soon, as in white intending to break through somehow. Okay, king h1. Could throw in h6. I think b5 is also a pretty reasonable move. Let's play h6 just to get rid of any back rank issue. Yeah. Let's play b5 now. I think white's gearing up for this, taking away this. But then again, I thought something similar with this whole operation, and it never happened. This is certainly critical, but I think I can take once and then play knight e8 if I want. Defend here, or possibly knight e8 directly. If I get a chance, maybe b4 will be my next move. Okay, white does play e5. Now, how open do I want this position to get? I'm going to take. Opens the line, but let's go here now. And I think I can close things off if white puts the queen somewhere to threaten queen h7. I think I can just play g6. Ah, but they're going to go rook d7. Does that work? Okay, interesting. I could take here. That may actually be okay, but I don't know if I trust my king being in the center like that. Let's see. Take h4, queen h7, king f8, queen h8. Let's try it. I want to try to slow my opponent down, so I'm going to go for it. King can trickle out this way, and the e5 pawn is weak at the end. That's the thing that is encouraging me to go for this line. Without the e5 pawn being weak, I don't know if I would go for this. I might just play g6. The white had designs here, I think. So yeah, it looks a little scary, but I do know from these Sicilian positions, if black retains a cramped or a solid setup, albeit cramped, and what's the word I'm looking for? Robust and defensible, it's not that bad. Okay. So now should I take here? Definitely looking at it. Definitely considering it. Yeah, let's go for it. This could still maybe be played, but I wouldn't mind that. Take, yeah, queen takes c6, double the rooks. Also, what happens if I take here? Bishop takes. Yeah, let's just take this one. Okay, queen g5 is interesting here, but we have no time. Let's bring this over, coordinate. Interesting game here. My opponent's playing well. It's a sharp position. It's going to be a time scramble. Going to be a scramble. Let's go here. Knight g3. In time pressure, the player with the initiative has a huge advantage. It's a universal rule of playing in time pressure. Let's bring that in. I'm going to retain knights. 5-second edge here. Okay, take this. Check. Threaten mate. Take that off their hands. Let's give it check. Just throw this in. Just so queen h7 never gets played. Yeah, and there we go. All right, so I got the best of my opponent in time pressure. Interesting game there to start. Possible white was better there. I don't know. Queen e4. The moment that queen hit the e4 square, that seemed critical. Good luck to Loki titled as well. All right, Tomas. I'm not going to do a whole lot of berserking here unless the tournament situation demands it. For those who don't know, berserking is where you have your time. So you go from 3 minutes to a minute and a half, but you get an extra point in the standings if you win. So it's a bit of a gamble. It's definitely a gamble. Okay, hunting down that dark square bishop. I like my position here already. I think I'm already somewhat for choice. Let's try to break out right away. We'll see how this goes. I have the bishop pair, so in theory, I think I'd like to open the position. That's just the major imbalance here. 2 bishops for me versus my opponent's bishop and knight. Let's attack this pawn on b2. Didn't really get to see what the competition was like in this arena. We can click on the standings here very early, so you're going to see players on hot streaks already, 4 points, 6 points, whatever. Usually you do get some strong players who get into these arenas at some point. I probably could have taken that pawn on the previous move. Yeah, I missed this on the previous move, but fortunately I can still do it using the pin. Yep, knight d4. I think I might just come all the way back here because if take, the pawn on f2 is weak at the end. So we have that in our sights. I don't think my opponent sees this. And probably queen g3 next is going to be game over. Don't see how white deals with this threat. The battery going on here. No threats around my king. We're good. There we have it. Yeah, I don't like how white played that one, allowing the exchange on f4. So the black knight chasing the dark square bishop does happen. That's normal. But usually white tries to play bishop g5, forces black to go h6, g5 if they really want to track that bishop down, which could be weakening for black. I don't think that treatment that white just displayed is good in the London there. All right, so we have a Pirtz. Some transpositional possibilities out of this. Let's see what black does if they go for g6. All right, I'm going to play knight e2 against this. This is sometimes a flexible setup I opt for. g3, bishop g2. I think it tends to confuse players who are used to just pre-moving a bunch of moves in this type of setup. c6, queen c7, etc. Let's go a4, put a stop to b5. My usual plan here is h3, f4. Just gradually get this pawn roller going with play across a number of files and ranks. Let's play bishop e3 first. Yeah, I think it's okay to play this now. I've got this defended, so if we get a trade here, it should be fine. Okay, so they're probably going to go knight c5, huh? So let's go here. I'm thinking if knight c5, I might want this option or playing e5. Yeah, so this could happen. I know I've had games where I've done this and doubled their pawns, and it's worked out well. Yeah, let's go for that. I don't want to think too much. We had a game on this theme on the channel recently with playing against the doubled pawns. You guys might remember that video. So now my plan's shifting a little bit. Probably going to be playing more in the center. I'm just mostly happy that I have this imbalance to work with. Let's play king h2. I anticipate this move, so I'm going to step out of the way. Queen b6, maybe b3 or rook b1. Okay, actually challenges with f6. It's an interesting move. It does make sense. Yeah, that's probably a good move. I maybe would have prevented that in hindsight. Guess they're going to take with the knight. Okay, so we're going to have this. Maybe g4 here? I do feel like I need to stop bishop f5. So let's do that. Still have that structural edge working for me. Let's bring this over. If I play the other rook, I didn't like bishop c4 with the pin. Knight g3 maybe. How about just b3? Let's go b3 first. I mean, I feel a little bit better here just due to the structure. But there's not a whole lot else going on in the position. Let's go here. If g5, I double, and that could be trouble for black. All right, let's double. I think black's just going to trade everything down. Oh, g5 now. Good point. Missed this move. Missed it. Ugh. I don't like this. I'm in a bit of trouble here. King g3, I don't trust that position. Yeah, I really don't like that. Okay, let's try to step out of the way. Guess I'll go here. Maybe this. I don't know. Probably have to try this. Feels very sketchy, though. Maybe knight d3 if I get a chance. Takes. Interesting. Is he going to go knight d5? Okay, that's not necessarily winning, though. Let's go here. You can try this. So again, because of the structure, black doesn't want to trade down. Oh, they're just going to take there. Okay, that's logical. Missed that. I'm going to try for bishop c4 and then rook f7. Or rook f8 and then rook f7. Maybe some counterplay here. Ooh, I can also pin them. Wait a second. Did they mess that up? Do I have a pinning opportunity? Yeah, let's go here. I don't know. I think they might have... they have rook h1, rook h2. Let's see if they find it. Then I can go here, though. This is not over. Force them back into the situation. And then bishop d3. Oh, but then they have knight e1. Wow, subtle. Okay, I hope they don't find that. Let's just push here. King g6 would be an easy blunder in this type of position. Now, okay, they finally cracked. You know, I've been making a lot of heavy instructional videos lately, guys. It's fun to just chuck the pieces around and oftentimes not know what's going to happen. Not going to lie. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's go here. And then give this check, force them back. Activate. Bring this in. I think here I'll just go here just to stop king g3 or something. Position's totally winning. Let's give a check. Take this. Let's take here. behind. Go take this too. And then get behind my G-pawn and push. Little touch and go there, folks. Yeah, in that middle game, I missed that move order nuance. That was nice by black with G5. I saw the idea of G5 initially, but I only thought the rooks were going to get traded. I didn't think black would trade one pair of rooks and then play G5. So that illustrates how important move order is. You just constantly have to be thinking about the various permutations. Only move, okay. Yeah, so I'm trailing Smokey, but I'm still going to refrain from berserking for now. Still fairly early. Okay, so against this, you should take on c4. Bishop f4 is a bit inaccurate, I would say. And let's play... Let's play bishop f5 here, standard Slav move. And on e3, I might go knight d5. Pose my opponent a similar potential issue as in that London game. Yeah, they take. I mean, this seems okay, but I'm relatively happy with this. Put the bishop here. d6 looks a little more active, but I think that knight's coming into e5, so yeah, we'll just do that. Take this. Let's go through this square. Sometimes you can do this when they can't play a3. Little trap here. I'm threatening this, and then let's say queen here, take on d4, but probably a moot point because white castles. Let's play a5. Knight e4, maybe queen d5. Goes there. So this knight's annoying. I don't know exactly how I want to deal with this. I'm going to play knight d5. Threaten this. So I could think about taking with the e-pawn. Close call. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. Take this way. If I take this way, I didn't like that b5 was a weakness, but I'm thinking boot this knight out. It's another structural thing. White has a lot of pawns on dark squares, so that will restrict my bishop. But on the whole, this is shaping up nicely. I'm going to take over the e-file next. And notice white can't play here. There's nothing to do over on the c-file. Yeah, now let's just go queen d7. Possibly flirt with some ideas here and here. Rook e4 looks useful. Just making progress here. Double. Yeah, I'm feeling really good at this point. I think clear advantage in this position. Not yet winning, but I would say clear advantage. I got to watch knight e5. That is something white is threatening. Do I want to play this maybe? Knight d2. I don't know. Let's go back. Knight d2 might end up getting played. I wonder if I should just chop that knight. So my bishop's not doing a whole lot. Then again, I think it's kind of tough for white to move. Like, I think their knight has less prospects than my bishop. Fewer prospects, I should say. And white blunders the rook. So I just kept the tension there for a couple moves, and white instantly blundered. That can happen. I don't know if there was a direct correlation there, but probably with knight d2, white thought it was safe because the bishop was no longer guarding the e1 square. But I had the rook stacked. There's a lot to be said in chess for just sustained pressure, just creating small problems. If you don't know what else to do, but you have a way to create a small problem for your opponent, that can be the best strategy in a position for many moves, actually. Okay, Andre Bereza, good pairing here, 1635. I think I'm going to selectively berserk this one. Playing down enough in rating, I feel pretty good about that. Let's see if my opponent's here. All right, they are. Let's play another Sicilian. I can't hit you guys with 100% Scandinavians as much as I would like to. So we'll try to get a diversity of openings going on. Threatening d4 here. And white falls for it. That's a win of a piece. Bishop g5, I could have played f6. All right, so now let's just make sure that we keep the pressure up. and we don't start burning clock time. That is how you can lose a Berserk game. Go queen d6, just guard. Probably this next. Looks useful. Good policy to just pre-move the capture. That's the forced recapture. Get this closer. Just rule this out. Still some work to do here. I mean, white's relatively solid, even though they're down a piece for a pawn. So we need to break down their position. I'm thinking, again, small improving moves. G6 would be a nice move, especially against a move like that. Make sure this can't be played. Maybe next I go knight d8 if I get a chance, because that would hit the queen and the bishop behind. We'll see what white does, though. White might move this queen. Okay, doesn't, so I could play this. I think I'm going to do it. But I'm fully aware that white has a knight. As we've talked about many times on this channel, if your opponent has a knight, you can never relax in chess. Okay, Smokey lost a game. Some possible knight f4 ideas. Okay, well, I will definitely take this structural edge. All right, there's knight c5. Let's just bring the king up next. I want to completely shut down this knight. I know I have knight f4 check, but let's shut down their knight. I think I have this whenever I want, so there's no rush to play it. Yeah, now their knight doesn't seem to be going anywhere. They have a check here. Let's go king d5, stay 2 squares away diagonally from the knight. Nice little shortcut. As we talked about on this channel, if you do that, it means your opponent has a hard time setting up a check against you. It's going to take them multiple moves to do so. All right, now check. Go take the knight. Can actually even play this move first, but let's take the knight. Just puts them so far away. Yeah, facing a deluge of pawns as well. It's no stalemate, right? No stalemates. Let's give the check. Okay, could try to work out some sort of forced win here, but let's not bother. Let's go here next. It's nice that white has this move still to play. Okay, so like now I can take en passant, force them to go here, and then just go in for the touchdown with the checkmate. All right, so we get the berserk win. You can see that's 5 points. Normal wins are counted as 4 if you're on a streak, or 2 if you're not on a streak. So that berserk win, because I took half of my time up front, made that wager, you get an extra point in the standings. Yeah, so Smokey is going for the volume approach. I can tell they're berserking a lot of games. Again, let's just play normal, playing Dreamer. Ooh, England Gambit. You guys will get to see how I face an opening like this. All right, I've seen this treatment before. I know to play bishop g5 now. I've played bishop f4 in the past because there's a guy who's like 2,700 in Bullet who has beaten me in this variation before. I know now to play bishop g5 in that position. So this is not mainline England Gambit, though. You might have noticed. All right, so just developing. I'm liking this. Let's play knight d4, encouraging trades. Yeah, maybe take back this way. I might castle queenside here because there is this open line. So, yeah, let's just play queen up. Prepare to castle queenside. We'll jam the f5 square. Makes this bishop pretty bad. Excellent position here, no doubt. Don't want to make some random blunder, though. Let's go here. Defend. Yeah, now let's take. Back the knight off. Not necessarily going to take this bishop, but I like having it under observation. Probably in the long run, I want to activate this 4 versus the 2. So let's go about doing that. And they're probably coming to e5. Let's go here. Kind of casting around for an idea. It does just seem hard for them to make a move, so I'm going to do this. Stop knight g4. They're playing a lot of knight moves. Is this one next? I was just about to say. They're going to go right back to c6 now, or they're going to blunder a knight. Okay. So again, what I did with those moves, f3, h4, h5, I'm just sitting on my advantage and trying to make incremental improvements too, but nothing drastic. And what did black do? Black blundered in a matter of moves because it was hard for them to find a plan. All right, so yeah, Smokey, Saitama sitting out at the moment, but berserking a lot. Let's see who we get. Low-key titled. Okay, you got your wish. Good luck, low-key titled. I like to play this setup where you take the knight on f3. I play this a lot, especially in Blitz. I feel it's fairly easy for black to play. And you know what I like to do is fianchetto this bishop opposite white's bishop. This setup appeals to me. Let's go c5. Yeah, sometimes white does this. Let's challenge the bishop right away. I know the engine's like white here, but I can never really figure out why. I don't particularly see why white should be better. Maybe it's because of the bishop. But I know I've been kind of surprised in the past when looking at the engine eval in this type of setup. Okay, I don't know what that move does. Let's go a6, because if knight c3, I think I might have this move. Knight a3 doesn't look appealing. If they go back here, I can take, and then rook takes c2. They do go there. Okay, so I can attack that knight. I can also throw in the queen f6 move. Let's see where that knight wants to go. If it's going to go all the way back to b1. No, queen c3. Okay, now I feel like this move is pretty awkward for white. I could see knight b1 being an understandable blunder here, because white wants to coordinate this piece. But we're preparing something like knight d4 and knight b4. Yeah, knight b4 looks good. This knight's now pretty stuck. Let's go knight b4. Just trying to take this or this. Yeah, rough position for white. Probably losing. Looks very difficult to hold this. Okay, could take this one. I don't know. I like the c2 pawn as well. Close call. Let's go for the c2 pawn. Am I missing anything? Rook d3. Don't think that does much. Yeah, let's just take. Yeah, that was good too, because this pawn's probably always going to be weak. Let's go here. Have to back the queen off, but I'm guarding the knight, so no worries. Now let's take and take here. Just taking a good look around as well. Lots of pawns on light squares. We like that, right? Restrict the enemy position. Yeah, now coordinate. Bring the knight into the game finally. The fianchetto knight. Offer a queen trade. Probably not in white's best interest to take it. Bring this in. Yeah, it's a little annoying. Let's come back. Don't even know if bishop takes f5 is like that big of a threat, but I'm going to prevent it anyways. I like my structure. Let's take this. Here. Okay. So let's be heads up. There's also rook c1. Maybe I can make use of that at some stage. Yeah, really just milking the advantage here, trying to fully coordinate, consolidate. Queen's almost running out of squares for my opponent. It's getting close. Let's go here. Okay, now I'm going to push forward a little bit. Again, queen almost out of squares. A4. Probably good time to go E3 now and break this open. I'm not going to worry about this pawn. Yeah, this should be fatal. Take with check. Let's go here with check. King F3, knight D4. And there. Okay, many things I can do, but let's give a check here. Queen C1, Queen C3 looks like mate. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it was tough for white past a certain point because once they lose that one pawn, black is so solid. All right. I don't think I need to berserk this. Over half the tournament's already gone. I know. I'm just as shocked as you guys. Once you get in chess mode, the time just goes by so quick. Even though I'm commenting and these games might be going slower than some other Blitz games you're perhaps used to, it's still remarkable to me how fast it goes overall. Okay, here, all right, I was trying to induce that move because I think 95 is now unpleasant for black. They have to go C6 to prevent bishop takes or knight takes on D7. So I should be winning a pawn. Which way to take here? Ooh, they played that one. Okay, that was an alternative. I didn't think my opponent would go for that. Actually, I don't think I saw this move, in fairness. So it's not even that I didn't think they'd go for it. All right, let's play here. I feel like I can probably win in a matter of moves if I play this correctly. Like G6, Queen F3, threaten mate again. F6, and then Knight C6, something like that. This move, I think Bishop G5 should be working. And that is a trapped queen. Yeah, nowhere to hide. That's safe. Probably take the rook. Looks easiest here. Yeah, I could try to get fancy, but why bother? Okay, quick win there, and we are on the top of the standings. Looking for that showdown with Smokey at some point. I think it's coming. I've played one game against this player, apparently. They're 2,500 rapid, so good player. Okay, Tanista. Let's play E4 in this one. I am mostly a knight F3 and D4 player as white, but I like mixing in E4. Keeps things interesting for both you guys and also for myself. Okay, let's go for this setup. Conventional Ruy Lopez stuff here. This is sometimes a debate whether you should put the bishop on C2 or B3. Let's play bishop G5, pin. F6 is impossible, so maybe I can gain something from this pin. I could maybe see black playing G5 here. Definitely looks weakening to me, but the position's already pretty awkward for them, so maybe they'll go for it. Okay, they're going to gut it out. Let's place the rook opposite the queen now. Preserve the bishop. Probably send this knight up. Yeah, go here. Prevent this. I think that knight's going to have to go back unless black wants to. Okay, they're trying to work their way further into the position. Yeah, let's go here. I'm more than happy to jump up here to D5, place pressure. I got a threat now, taking and taking here, which I think they're missing. Ooh, also hits the pawn on B4. So if knight E7 to save the rook, bishop takes B4. Pick up another pawn. All right, so they're going to sack the exchange. Now, I probably should take it because they might play knight E7 if I don't. Control the file. Knight F4, I'll just go back. Let's play D5. I like blocking this bishop. Good coordination here, too. Two nice center pawns. Still work to be done. But looking up, looking good. Maybe try to get into c6. Let's play this move first. Okay, I can play bishop f1 if I want. I think I'm going to do that just to back that queen off. Then I don't have to contemplate something like this. I really feel like this queen is playing with fire. Like she might get trapped somehow soon. But sometimes, if it looks like the action's taking place on a wing and you have an advantage, you know you have an advantage, it's sometimes best just to focus elsewhere. Okay, I have this covered. Knight g4, I can play h3. Yeah, this is over. Black should have moved the bishop, but wasn't looking good. There is a Ruy Lopez line that kind of plays the way that I think Black was attempting to play it, but it was the move order is crucial, to say the least. Let's go here. Definitely not going to fall for this. The square's covered. Yeah, probably just trade queens now. Check. Black's playing it out, so let's just convert this. Oh, and I blundered. That's why you can't relax in chess. What I tell you guys about the knight. Now, fortunately, I'm up so much material, I should win this without a problem, but it's unbelievable, man. I'm telling you guys. You just can never relax. Can never relax. All right, let's focus on winning here. Let's go h4. Still plenty of time on the clocks for both players. Blundered that too. Let's see if I can get them to blunder for once. Okay, even that, I guess they have king g7. Yeah, the king g7 would have maybe kept them in the game, kind of down 3 pawns. Sloppy technique on my part, though. Very sloppy. I'm not happy about that. Good reminder about knight forks. Missed that first fork and then missed a bishop. I like that. Then missed the win of the pawn, too. I kind of just want to take this knight so they have no more knights left. Looks like we're going to win it. No stalemate. All right, and they resigned. All right, so Smokey is past me now. 19 minutes left. I'm going to start thinking, yeah. All right, they're berserking too. So your opponent can actually opt to berserk even before you decide. All right, h6. So we have some sort of like Austrian attack. Or sorry, modern defense. But I think they played a couple moves that maybe are not the best fit. Like h6. I don't think you play h6 that early. So let's see what I can make of this. Ooh, they actually take. Ooh, okay, now I love this position. I'm going to go for the attack. Let's play bishop e3 first. We'll take this. This is supported. Take that too. All right. Benefiting from some blunders here. I was gearing up for the kingside attack, but now the material is going to be the biggest thing. Just step back, step out of the file. C6 probably coming. Plenty of time here. 58 seconds, no worries. Knight b8, c7. Wins further material. I think black sees that too. They see that these are guarded. Okay, take. They take on d3 at the end, I guess. Yep, good point. That is winning, so I could go for that. Let's take here first, though. Let's just remove a kingside pawn. I'm giving a little material back, but okay, they don't take it. I was going to say that I'm simplifying the position. This is a threat. Yeah, I can take here now, I think. No worries. Queen takes b2. Let's just go here. Look for the queen trade. Or if not, my queen is landing in soon. All right, so the rook is under attack. Let's give the check. Then let's take here. Check. Okay. Let's go here. Keep everything protected. Take that. And hopefully no stalemates. All right. 15 minutes remaining. It's going to be close here with Smokey. Smokey and myself. Jean Valjean, hello. This player is tough. This player is tough. I've played them recently. I really have to focus. Okay, they're playing this way. Let's take this. Play knight b6. Okay, they're going full compensation attempt. I respect it. Let's hit the queen again. I just want to stop e4 if I can. a5? Yeah, I guess I'll play a5. Try to stop pawn a5 from white. Could take here, but then I lose f7, so that would be a bad idea. Never mind. Okay, overall, I do like the look of this position. Let's look for a trade. Challenge the queen. Try to improve this knight. I do give white e4, but I get to anchor this knight in on a really nice square. Queen b2, maybe c5? Goes there. Okay. How about c5, though? Potentially some issues for white. So if here I take, and I think bad things are going to happen to white. And knight c4 is a pretty big threat in this position. You'll notice I haven't been commentating nearly as much on this one. Or at least it feels that way. Because I just need to watch everything like a hawk. This is a player I can easily lose against if I'm not focused. But this looks good. I'm winning material here. Yeah, take. Take c5, probably here is decent. Guard this, stay out of this. Play h6, stop knight g5. I think they're still trying for knight g5. It's interesting. But I can ignore it if they play that. If I really want to. Yeah, I think I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to go here. Or here. Let's go here. As they're trying to lever this open. Makes sense. Now we'll angle this around and take. Take that. I'll just take here. G5, H5. Yeah, now we got everything pretty much on lockdown. Knight D3. There we go. All right. Glad to get that win. Might play Jean Valjean again. But yeah, they've been berserking. Abogado Playero. Let's play Scandi. That's like beach lawyer. Abogado is lawyer in Spanish. Playa is beach. Beachy lawyer? I don't know. All right. So this is something that will be in my forthcoming course. Let's play knight c6. I remember looking at this position. This is an interesting option for white. Let's go queen c5. E6. Now, do I play queen h5? Probably not, because I think they can play f3 at that point. So let's just play queen d6. Doing a little dance with the queen, but it's fine. No worries. Step here. White hasn't occupied much of the center with their pawns, so this should be all good. I don't sense any danger here. Guard c7, can play a6. Can also just let things simmer for a moment. Could take e2 and then a6, knight d4 maybe, but I like my light square bishop, so let's do this. Not really threatening much with that move, but I'm going to play a6 anyways. Yeah, now castle. Knight e4, knight d5, perhaps. I would expect white to use the rooks now. Maybe rook d1. Yeah, knight g3 makes sense too. Go here. Send my knight into d4. Maybe now I can think about expanding with these pawns. Might be time to do that. Let's line up. Yeah, I sense white doesn't quite know what to do. They've made a lot of moves with those minor pieces, kind of shuffling them around. Ooh, and I think they just blundered. There we go. Nice little alignment tactic. And that shows the deficit, the drawback of not having the rook on d1 protecting the queen. And white resigned, so I didn't even have to show technique on that one. Hello, Igor Cavallero. I see you in the chat. What's up? Hello, Jean Valjean as well. I see your message down below. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching this. I know this is a little bit longer, hopefully instructive. You know, a lot of what I'm describing are kind of like shortcuts in my thinking process. You know, stuff like keep the king 2 squares away diagonally from the knight when you're trying to escape checks. Obviously, you have to truncate your thought process when you're playing a faster time control. And you're relying a lot on your experience and patterns that you know. This line is in my D4 course on Chessable, my free D4 course. Okay, let's go here. Threaten this. I'm going to take on D5. Takes with the knight. Interesting. Knight takes looks a little sketchy to me because the structure just overall seems kind of weak. B6. All right, I'm just going to take here now. Queen takes runs into bishop c4. And this one, rook c1. I might still castle short. I haven't decided yet. But just trying to play some annoying moves. Knight e5 looks massive here. Because now I'm threatening to take and then bishop h7. Which I think I'm going to get a chance to do. Is there anything I can do with the move order? I mean, this is flashy, but can't possibly be better. So let's do this. If they take here, I can take on c8 at the very least. So black's rolling out. Okay, so black does have a bit of compensation in the form of this file situation, but let's see. Queen d3, queen f6. Queen e3, queen f6, rook h5, maybe. Oh, there's also bishop f5. That's a nice one. Bishop f5, rook c6, though. Let's play queen d3 first. I'm going to try for this. We'll leave this in reserve in case I want it. It was there. Check. Check queen f6. Still have bishop f5. This move seems better, though. I'm going to go for this one. Yep. Just take. As I'm hitting this, also this is going to run into this in a lot of cases. Okay, they don't seem to be too concerned. They're going to run with the king, I guess. Okay, this must be good. See, these are the positions where I really start taking a lot of time because I try to find that forced win, and that has cost me before many, many times, but I think this one's going to be too much. Okay, let's give a check down here. King b8, black castled queenside, kind of. All right, queen c2, or sorry, queen f7. There's no checks or anything, just checking my king safety, making sure there's nothing I got to worry about, especially with the black queen coming in. Yeah, now, again, simple blitz decision, just take everything. I'm going to take the knight, too, because we hate knights when we're trying to convert positions. Yeah, and they resign. Keep it simple. All right, 7 points up on the field. Smokey at 43, but no fire. So that's going to put them in a tough spot. I think I should just play normal here. Just try to grind out a victory. Starting to do the math. I mean, this game might not count. Let's play another Scandi. Yeah, I've really been having a lot of fun with the Queen A5 Scandinavian guys. I do think it's a completely playable line and also just a lot of fun in general. So I'm excited to share that material with you guys when the time comes. Yeah, it's an interesting setup with the bishop on d3 for my opponent. There's a identical line where the bishop's on c4. So I would assume this is also playable for white. But c5, this is a nice move to play. Looking to tear open this diagonal. Let's take with a queen check. Castle. Could take, play bishop c6 maybe. That looks pretty simple. Let's do that. Yeah, just challenge their bishop. My knight's going to come into the game soon. Sometimes these positions have like a French, a Rubinstein French feel. Here, b4, is that a concern? Probably not. I think that's fine. Bring this over. Yeah, so the French Rubinstein black oftentimes has this structure, and white has the queenside majority. But this doesn't look like a mobile queenside majority to me, so I'm going to play this rook over. Maybe a little fancy. Rook c8 probably was better there, but I'm looking forward to doubling here. I want to pressure down the c file. I have my eyes on this c2 pawn. So how can I pressure my opponent? I'm actually going to try for this maneuver. Looks a little odd, but that's borrowing from an idea in the Sicilian, because also in the Sicilian, you can get this 2 versus 3 and pressure against b2 and a3 with the knight maneuvering into c4. Okay, Smokey's still at 43, so we're looking good here. 3 minutes left. Don't think there's a threat with that. If rook b1, I can take here. So we're harvesting the pawns, and I just landed a big fork as well. Again, watch those knights. Let's take this. So because white can't get out of the fork on the next move, we have the luxury of delaying that for a move if we want. Let me go here. I'm being a bit greedy, but that's okay because we have no issues with our position at all. Let's chase the knight. I think I'll take that again. Pursuing the same policy against a knight. And let's seize this file. Look to bring the rook in. Kind of worm my way in here. If this dark square bishop moves, then presumably they would lose g3. Can't go to f2. Bring up my king now. Just be a little patient. Bishop takes here. I can simplify if I want. I would lose the a pawn though, so it's marginal. Let's just push this. Yeah, now I get this move anyways. Now the a pawn is a menace. Huge problem. We'll give the rook even to promote. Okay, and I think this game should count. Start pre-moving. There's more time on the tournament clock than my opponent has on their clock, so as long as I play fast, I should win. There we go. Okay, so that one counts, and that's going to be the final game. They do close pairings when you're under, what, I think a minute on the tournament clock, maybe 30 seconds. All right, so I think that score is definitely going to hold up, unless someone like low-key title player gets like 8 points, 9 points. All right. Yeah, some instructive games there, I think. So although we didn't face any title players, some good players in the mix, this 1800, 1900, 21, 22 crowd, good players like Jean Valjean. You can kind of see my style on full display in these Blitz games because there's so many games just back to back to back to back, etc. I tend to play solid. I like to work from a strong foundation, play incremental improving moves, and let my opponents make the mistakes. You know, just like I've talked about in my videos going all the way back to the Chess Fundamentals series, right? I really do believe that's a strong way to play chess. Be solid and don't try to do too much in the positions, especially if it doesn't seem warranted. It may not be the most fun style, but winning games is fun. I'll tell you guys that. Winning games in whatever style you end up playing is fun and also satisfying too. Okay, I don't know why this is like frozen. There we go. Let's refresh it. And there we have it. We take first place. Yeah, I feel pretty good about how I played. I think just a couple things technique-wise. You know, that first game in the Smith-Morra, I do wonder. Yeah, White had plenty of compensation apparently. So evidently at this point I was in some danger. I played bishop takes h4. Wow, and this is winning for White. Queen h7 check, king f8. Knight takes h4, queen takes e5, and then what's the killer move? Rook e1. Wow. Black's up 2 pawns here, but the computer thinks that black is toast. And why is that? Knight f5. Oh, because the bishop protects this. Ah, yeah. I was not seeing this bishop. I kind of forgot about the presence of the bishop on b1. So there's some sequence with this rook coming to e1 with tempo, queen h8, drive the king to e7, then knight f5. So yeah, that was probably one of the more precarious games. I think also I'm just not happy with my technique in that game here, even though, I mean, this seems completely ridiculous because I was winning in so many ways, but I can't be just letting a single knight ruin my day. Just play bishop e2 or something, John. Anticipate where the knight's going to go. This knight's already pretty far out of the game, but right on cue, I blundered a knight fork, and then I even lost the e-pawn, which, yeah, I'm winning here, but it could be better. It could definitely be better. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions or comments on this video or any of these games. that was fun just recording this for YouTube. Thanks for watching this whole thing, guys, if you did. And let me know, again, if you have any feedback. See you guys later.